You're here. Hi guys, this is the fourth vlog of the Warriors and Yogis. I remember like 15 years ago, I felt pretty fucked up. Maybe it was a certain kind of anxiety that I felt, even a depression. At these times, I found my way to yoga, and it helped. I don't know how much it helped, but I'm practicing it till today, like from time to time. Today's episode of our vlog is going to show you a couple of my friends, the great people who are doing yoga for a living. They have three totally different approaches. Follow me to see them. Sunday morning, we are on our way to yoga class. This guy over here is a great friend of mine. I know him since he was 2 years old. I was 5 back in the days. Our parents were great friends. He's a great doctor and a physician. But he's gonna do yoga for the first time in his life today. Even though he's very sporty, he's vegan. And we are about to go to a little yoga room. Are you excited?
Very much so. My first yoga class.
Alright, let's do it. Little yoga room.
For the more dynamic section, to go deeper into deeper layers and explore. So let's just start. I started doing yoga about 20 years ago when I was still working as a flight attendant and going around the world and being able to meet many different great teachers all around the world. Back then it was, I started with Ashtanga yoga, which is a really masculine practice, I think, and quite linear. And nowadays my practice is really evolving because I think that we need to get out of linear movement as we need to adapt the practice to our lives. And we have a really sedentary, linear life nowadays here. Back in the days when yoga started about 5,000 years ago, people were still moving a lot more. People were using different ranges of motion. People were walking really long distances to get water or whatever. And now even a chair is doing movement for us. We don't have to move anymore, and all we do is kind of walking in a linear way. So I think it's important to really do some research about movement, about breath, about connection between movement and breath. And so our practice that we are teaching here also to our students, it really evolved from extensive research, scientific research, but also extensive practice, and that's where we are here now. So when I practice, I really want to have a conversation with my body, a dialogue. And one important thing I wanna also say, that you shouldn't only stick to yoga, because our body loves different kind of movement, different pace and a variety.
That was my first yoga class and I liked it. I think I had some misconceptions about yoga. I thought that was going to be easier, and it requires being in a good shape and it requires flexibility. So that was a good start. Hope to get it going.
Good to see you.
Let's begin with some meditation. Meditation is chilling out, relaxing.
Basically, Sandeep and I were friends for so many years, and it's a funny thing, you know, I never saw him nervous, I never saw him angry, I never saw any kind of sorrow in him. How do you do that?
Being a yogi, man.
Is that what it is?
Enjoy, you live life,
You become a yogi and you're never nervous
celebrate.
again, you're never
Never.
anxious, never depressed.
Because you learn how to live, you celebrate every moment, you trust yourself and you trust the nature. You trust that everything is, you know, you're part of the whole. So you're not individual. Your individual ego dissolves in the wholeness. So what is there to worry?
Are you a skeptic person? Can you call yourself like a discipline?
I have no
Okay.
discipline. I'm totally
You don't?
indisciplined. I'm a free person. So discipline is totally different than being free. If you're religious, you're disciplined. You believe in yes and no, right and wrong. Nothing. Everything is beautiful, everything is part of it. Mentally focus, say around your navel point. Okay? Valentino? So just relax and focus here. Now you try to push it. What happened?
I'm centered.
You're strong, yeah?
Strong.
Can you do the same? So just relax. Attention is inside, but you relax. There is no movement, just the focus is within. Okay. Can you see the difference of concentration? So this is meditation. When you're within yourself, you're a warrior. At the same time, you're a yogi. Because warrior means your energy. You're not fighting anything outside. It's the concentration within. So once you're very relaxed, very focused, you're a warrior. And the good warrior are all very focused and very relaxed. They're not aggressive, they're not angry, they're not fearful. They're calm and serene. But if somebody comes, they're going to be dead.
I'm practicing yoga for a while now, and for me yoga is definitely, as we translate it from the Sanskrit, as a unity. And we say the unity of what? The unity of who we think we are with what we really are inside of us. So yoga brings something, how we experience ourselves, to someone who we really are, and maybe we haven't discovered it yet.
A very important part in your life is like a joy of living, joie de vivre, you know, and how do you combine that with yoga? You know, because from some people I hear that they live a very ascetic life, you know, they sleep a little bit, wake up very early in the morning, do the yoga practice almost the whole day, you know, and they're very careful with what they eat, they don't drink, they don't drugs, they do nothing, you know, it's like...
See, the joy is the outcome of learning, outcome of freedom. So joy you cannot induce. People are looking for joy by drinking or smoking or women or whatever. But joy is a natural state of being. So when your mind is very light, when you don't worry about things, when you understand life, that life is wholesome, so your small worries have no value in your life. When there is no value, there is no heaviness, the joy is a natural outcome. You cannot bring joy, you can be in joy.
This was the first vlog about yoga. I've showed you two different yoga approaches, but I really like them both because they are not so strict. Caro and Sandeep are amazing yoga instructors, and somehow I can relate on that because my life philosophy is very close to something that we called Zorba the Buddha. You know, the Bhagwan Rajneesh Osho once said that the ideal kind of human being is someone who is at the same time as playful and as full of joy of life as the Greek Zorba was in the famous book, and also on the other side someone who is so spiritual and who is so calm and who is so full of compassion like the Buddha. Those were beautiful days of doing yoga, and I'm sure in this vlog we're gonna go back to more yoga stories to bring it closer to you.